So, in Japan, because I haven't talked about Japan much at all, everybody knows those crazy J-rockers, they like to, I don't know, switch up members, lose members, reform new members, or just completely disband. I can't even count on 10 people's fingers and toes how many J-rockers or J-rock bands have disbanded or lost somebody or died, which is really sad. Like, oh my god, did you hear about Heisation with Taku, which is the vocalist who died? And he was like, I heard he was 21 or 23. Like, he was in his, like, low 20s. They were going to disband anyway, but they were in the midst of doing, like, their final lives. And I think it was the day in between where it was, like a break. And he just suddenly died. And then they were like, oh, we have to cancel the live. I'm like, gee, really? I can't imagine why. Probably because your vocalist is no longer alive. There have been too many losses in the J-Rock world. Like, Taku and Daisuke and Pio from Gakido, and it's just was not a good year in general. And Cafe, I blame you. Do you know why I blame you? Because you, on January 4th, 2010, took a hiatus, and that started the whole shit parade of everybody going on hiatus. That was another one too. I can't even count on 20 people's fingers and toes how many people disbanded, lost a member, or went on hiatus. Despairs Ray, Delui, everybody. Everybody's disbanding or hiatusing or something. Those two were hiatusing. But Despairs Ray is for a good reason, so I forgive you. It's probably not right to blame Anti-Cafe. It's obviously not logical, but logics pretty much went out the window when every person and their mother and father and their, like, second uncle twice removed who lives in, like, Kuwait decided to disband. So, principles, logic, nothing mattered because everybody was just leaving. Some of these J-rockers, they leave at the weirdest times too. Like, some of them were like, we're going to release a new single, or we're going to release a new album, but by the way, he's not going to be there to promote it because he's leaving. Now, what I was originally going to do for this video was tell you how many bands disbanded, or took a hiatus, or lost a member, either through a choice of their own or through death. As I got to February of 2010, I had 30 total. And then it kept going and going and going and going. And it was like little bands and big bands. It was both. So I'm telling you right now that those 3 reasons total of why bands are no longer together or something, it's well over like 200. It's a combination of hiatuses, disbandments, and member departures. Those 3 reasons, I promise you, if you want to take the time and look it up, I guarantee you it's at least 200 bands. Just saying. We're already not to a good start in 2011. We were until like 2 weeks ago, I'm gonna tell you who, talk about it later, because it totally killed the purpose of this video, which sucks. But my hope for 2011, please guys, stop disbanding. Please. At least stay together, release a single together, release an album, go on tour. There are bands who announced that they were bands and then they left. Like, they were like, oh, well, I don't want to really do this. We have a website and we said we're going to release stuff, but you know what? I don't really want to. I mean, what's the point of getting people's hopes up? Like, oh, this band looks cool and interesting and they might bring something new to the table, and then just be like, nah, just kidding. April Fools. It's mean. That's like fan bullying. Stop that. Stop that right now. No. I don't want fans being bullied. I want fans to be happy with the bands that they have, and with all the people who are leaving for whatever reason. It's not making me happy. It's making me very depressed. It's making it hard for me to be a J-Rock fan, and I'm still loyal to the people who are. I've stayed with the ones who are there. But if one more major band, besides the one that I'm going to talk about later, is going to say we're just going to stop or quit or whatever, I'm going to lose my mind. You people are nuts. You J-Rockers are nuts. I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm trying to make a point here. I'm wondering if it's just me, who sees all these people leaving, who is just as disappointed in trying to get into a new band, but can't because then they decide that they're just going to stop. It's disheartening. Like, I don't like it. It makes me, I just stick to old bands like The Gazette, like Gact, like Larkinseal, because I am at least guaranteed that for a year, they'll stay together. Any longer than that, and I'll be very, very happy. I don't take hiatuses as disbandments, because Moi Dis Moi, and I never know if I'm pronouncing it right, it's Madden's band, they took like a 3-year hiatus, and then they came back with a new album, Desect, which I have on my iPod, and people thought that they were done. They're not. It's a cafe, same thing. I think that they're going to come back in 2013. That's my guess. And that was been my guess from the start. I didn't think they were going to come back this year. I didn't even think they were going to come back in 2012. I think it's 2013. Because everybody's off doing their own thing. People can have separate group projects and still come together. Despair's Raid, they're going to come back together when Hizumi, the vocalist, finds a cure for his throat problem that he's been having for forever. And I'm having a throat problem too because my voice sounds so much lower. Sore throats in winter are not fun. Deluy, I think they're just taking a break. They've been active for like 5 years or so. So I think they're just taking a break, which, hey, I give it to them. They need it. Same with Anti-Cafe. They were going on for 6 years. They need a break too. People are human and they can quit with whatever they're unhappy with, but people are human in the fact that they need a break. So hiatuses I'm more fine with than disbandments. Those disappoint me. They disappoint me more if they're a small band because it means they really didn't try, or they were just sort of leading people on only to realize themselves that they really didn't want to do it. Members leaving is the saddest because it doesn't seem like the band is complete without that member. But I'm hoping, I'm praying to Pio and Taku and Daisuke and Kami and Hyde-sama. I'm praying to all you guys. Can you please send me J-Rockers who will see it through for at least a year, or 2 years, or three, let's go with 3. Let's say, have J-Rockers stay for at least 3 years. I mean, I guess you can't really help members leaving, can't really help hiatuses, but can we hold off on the disbandments, please? Please, I'm begging you guys, you eternal J-Rockers in the sky, please, please. Pray with me, people. But here's hope for 2011, I guess. I hope.